This is a true story that happened around the 1920s. It's about a coal mine disaster and the spirit of a man named Frank Cooper. It happened along the West Virginia border. Some say near Bluefield, some say near Princeton, or maybe not too far away from there. In Section 5 of this coal mine, there was a massive explosion, and it took out a mini coal miner. And unbelievably, a few actually survived. So after the group went in there and started pulling people out and finding parts and whatnot of the coal miners that had lost their lives in there, everybody was accounted for except for one, Frank Cooper. See, back in those days, the coal mine had a policy where if they didn't have your body, they didn't find your body, they weren't going to pay the insurance on your body. And what happened was Frank had a wife and 6 kids that depended on him, and yet he wasn't found. And the company back then was so dirty that they even told everybody and his wife that, hey, maybe he just abandoned y'all. We couldn't find his body. He ain't in the coal mine, so maybe he just ran away. But everybody knew that wasn't true. All the coal miners were so ticked off about this, but what could they do about it? There's absolutely nothing they could do because you didn't go up against the company. After the incident, a group of people got together and came in to fix the coal mine back up, put the beams back in, clear the damage out, lay more tracks down so they can get the coal mine back into operating shape. There was a section of the coal mine way in the back that nobody else would go to, except for a man named Louie. And he had been in there for a while, and he put some beams back up the best he could, cleared out a path, and he was digging in the coal and digging out the debris the best he could when all of a sudden he hears something walking up behind him. Slowly, but hey, somebody must have been coming to help him. So Louis felt a tap on his shoulder and he turned around to greet the person, and there he stood. A man. He didn't look right. He was real pale in the face, white as a ghost, and his eyes were black and sunk in. He just didn't look right. But Louis turned around and said, "Hey man, thank you for helping me. Let's get to it." Well, as Louis was taking the first scoop of coal back out and the debris, he felt something grab a hold of a shovel real quick. And Louis turned around like, "What in the hell just happened, buddy?" And the coal miner behind him said, "You don't dig there anymore. You go dig over there. That's where you need to dig." Well, Louis didn't think nothing about it. He just said, "Okay, we'll go dig over there. This place is fine, but let's go dig over here." So he got a shovel and he walked over there to the other part of the coal mine and he started digging. Well, it didn't take him but a minute when he hit something. And it wasn't rock that he hit. It was like flesh and bone. So he started using his hands and started digging out the debris, and he realized that what he was digging up was the body. It was a body. Well, Louis panicked and turned around to tell the guy behind him, "Hey, go get help. We gotta go help now. Just go get help." And when he did, he realized that the man that was standing there before was gone. He just disappeared in front of his eyes. So Louis threw his shovel down and he hauled Bud out of the mine to go get help. And he grabbed a whole crew of people up and he got them right to the place where he found the body. He said, "Let's dig it up." Well, they started digging it. They dig up and digging. And they found remains. Well, a couple of days later, after the remains had been removed and Frank Cooper's family had been told that it was Frank Cooper, judging by his tags, Lou was sitting at his kitchen table and having him some dinner when he hears a knock at the door. Well, Lou wasn't expecting nobody, but he got up and went to go see who it was. And there he stood. A tall, frail, pale blue skin, black-eyed man that had been the same man that was in the coal mine and told him where to dig. Except for this time he had a message for Louis. He looked Louis dead in the face and he said, "Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much. Now I can rest in peace knowing that my wife and my children are taken care of." And just like that, the man vanished right in front of his face. Now, this is a true story that's been passed on for generation and generation, and even Louis said on his deathbed that this story was hand on the Bible true. Now, I know that wilder things happen here in these mountains, and I'm sure that you do too. If you like this story, y'all hit those buttons right on there. Leave me a good comment, and don't forget to follow me for more paranormal stories.